Live.
Due to some violent content, parental discretion is advised.
You look intense over there, Dan.
Yes. Yes, like the fire in the circus.
See, what I need to do is put up a wall right here so you don't look at me at all, or like the blinders on horses, so you just look at your monitor instead of me.
I know. It just sometimes I don't have the screen up.
Oh, yeah.
And then I have to kind of watch what you're saying. That's why I do that.
Okay. What are we doing? What's your name again? Here we go.
IT Dan.
Oh, shit. Stop. Delete. Yes. Done. Back. And go.
Oh, I don't know what this thing is. I think it's a strip show, dance show.
Work there, dude.
Welcome to
DeaconLive.
DeaconLive.
Welcome back, guys. On today's show, you didn't know that pigs have wings now? And This Week in Cats, and how to get paid to drive your kids to school, and the obvious man hits it big time on TikTok. All this and much, much more will be discussed here on Deacon Live. How are you? How are things? Thanks for joining us here for the first segment of each show that we do here. We do a live streaming on our Twitch channel, our YouTube channel, and our Facebook fan page as well. So we would like to welcome each and every one of you. And also over to my far right-hand side, welcome to the show, IT Dan. How are you?
I'm doing very well. I was reading the comments. I'd like to say a big hello to our friend Ron, who watches our show every week.
Does he? Well, thank you, Ron. We appreciate Ron and everyone else that watches and comments on our show as well. Now, commenting, I got an earful this morning, Dan.
From Amy?
Yeah, from my wife, Amy. Now, for those of you who don't know, Tropical Storm Fred has come up through the panhandle of Florida, and it's worked its way across Georgia. It has now finally made it up here over the night here in the Carolinas. Now, for those of you who don't know, we broadcast just outside of Charlotte, North Carolina, a beautiful little town we like to call Marshville. And we sit on about 22-some-odd acres. We have horses, we have chickens, we have cattle, oh my, all the whole thing. And we broadcast out of an 800-square-foot studio above our 3-car garage. I know, big baller, right. I understand that. Now that all the formalities are out of the way. So, Tropical Storm Fred, did I say George before? I felt like it's
Fred, like Fred Flintstone.
Okay, so Fred came up, and it's a tropical storm here in the Carolinas is twice as bad as the tropical storm in Florida. Florida's flat. So here in the Carolinas, of course, we're mountainous, and excuse me, God, and we're mountainous. And so the storms hang around a little bit longer, and we get a little bit more wind. We get a lot more tornadoes. So last night, big lightning storm. We had tornado warning till 2 o'clock this morning. We have, of course, here on the property, we have trees and stuff. We're worried about the horses. We're worried about all the animals. And lightning strike. Bam, 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 bam. I mean, big lightning strikes.
You're worried about the horses blowing away?
No, I was worried about the horses freaking out and jumping over the fence or running through the electric wire or any of that stuff, because they don't care. When they get panicked, the head's down, they're gone. And so you have to worry about that. I know in Florida, we used to spray paint when hurricanes come through, we used to spray paint the addresses of the horses on the side of the horse. So if it ever got out, everyone would know, oh, that's, 123 Mayberry Street, wherever the horse came from.
Oh, I've never heard of that before.
And then you just shave it off. Horses have hair, like if you dye your hair. So here, my wife was all night long, like 3 o'clock in the morning, all night long, worried about the horses. Now, I tell you that to tell you this. As you know, we have adopted 2 new kittens from the Humane Society. We have Cheeto Burrito, which is an orange tabby male, and we have Triscuit Biscuit, which is a calico gray and orange long-haired female.
Okay, the last names are new.
Well, we just picked 2 that rhymed. So all night long, now the cats are getting used to us. I think they're like 9 to 12 weeks old, and they lay in the bed with us, and they, at night they lay in the bed, and they kind of fight a little bit. Well, last night, only Cheeto was in bed. That's the orange male. And we're like, maybe because of the storm, maybe because I was, cleaning the floors, I was running the Roomba, I was vacuuming. The other Triscuit cat was worried about, or got scared, went underneath something, okay? Now, of course, we have 2 big fat bulldogs. We let them out in the middle of the day. We let them out at night and all that stuff. We push them out, leave the door, and then close it, and everyone comes back inside. So all night long, 3 o'clock in the morning, lightning strikes. Bang, 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 bang. This morning, we wake up. drive the side-by-side, check on the property, make sure there's no trees that have fallen down and knocked the fences over. Make sure the horses, we have all horses, we have all the chickens, everything's good. Get back up to the house. My wife's still looking for the female, the Trisket cat. And she's like, I don't see her. And she's looking underneath the couch. She's looking underneath this and looking underneath that. I'm like, babe, she's probably scared of the storm. Couldn't find her at all. So I go to the front door. I said, have you let the dogs out yet? She's like, no. So I open up the front door and then the storm door out the front door. And here she comes, the Trisket cat, up the staircase, down the deck, and meow, 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 ran into the house. She was outside during the whole entire tornado watch, thunder and cracking and lightning and all that stuff. And she's a kitten. She's like 9 weeks old. Scared to death, ran inside, hated me. Like, literally, I think I saw her stop at the door and go, and then run into the house.
What kind of parent are you? I mean,
don't get me started, because Amy goes, we need to be better parents. I'm like, what? I didn't do anything. I let the dogs out. I let the dogs in. If the cat wants to dart out the door, I kept saying to my wife, it's a good thing she came back. That means we're good parents. If we weren't good parents, she would have, Annie rode down the street there.
I have never heard the song "Who Let the Cats Out."
No, you have not, because normally cats are pretty much independent, and so this cat actually came back in, and it was weird because of all the rain and everything. I picked her up completely dry, so she found somewhere outside. We have a little cul-de-sac that our house surrounds, and somewhere in the cul-de-sac. Where we have plants and stuff, she found a dry spot throughout the night and was completely dry when she came in the house. Little scared, now she's, head on a swivel when she came in the house.
Well, this is a cat that has probably been indoors it never knew there was a big outside world.
Well, it was a cat that was, dropped off at the Humane Society, so who knows what kind of life it had, whether it was born in a barn somewhere.
Can't you check on CatMax and see the history?
I don't think there's a dog or a cat chip in it, I guess you would say, for the cat.
Okay,
but
just checking.
Yeah, everyone's fine. Now, Dan, what's new with you? Do you have any cat stories?
No, we have a stray cat at our house named Kitty, black and white cat.
How original.
Yes, and I built two houses. One that's on the porch, that's on stilts, and I built one that's out in the woods.
Now, when I say, do you have a cat? So you don't have to tell me a cat story. If you got something more important going on, please, by all means, tell me. But you build a cat house.
Yeah, I built two cat houses, and this cat has like a regular home, and then in the afternoon it goes in the woods and goes in the other house. So the cat's pretty lucky for a stray cat.
Now, it has a house outside, so you've built it like a vacation home type thing from being in the house.
Yeah, it was actually built for another cat, but that cat went to another neighbor's house. They liked her food better, I guess.
Now, you're going on vacation here soon, aren't you?
Yeah, we're planning on going away for about 3 days to the Black Mountains in North Carolina, near Asheville.
Near Asheville, okay. And why? What are the details on that, Dan?
My wife found a picture on the internet, probably in 2008, of a cottage. She goes, I'd really like to go there sometime. She showed me that picture, and
just a cottage at random. She didn't even know if it was available to go to.
It's a rental one.
Okay,
it's a VRBO rental, and she's talked about it, and she showed me the picture several times. And when I was building my workshop, I saw that it looked similar to my workshop roof, and it had a dormer on it. And I decided to put a dormer on mine. Not my dormer doesn't look like the one on that house.
So that was it. She just said, I want that because of the dormer. I want you to build that dormer on our house.
Well, she kind of showed to me. She said, what do you think of that on the workshop? I said, I think that would be good. I'd build it differently, but a dormer would enhance it. And if you kind of look at it, it looks a little bit like my workshop, the place we're going to.
Okay. So, and how many days you said 3 days you're going to be there?
Yeah, we'll drive up and stay over 2 nights and come back on a Wednesday.
You going to party down while you're there, Dan?
No, not us.
You going to eat antique? What are you going to do? You're just
we'll
going to drive 3.5 hours to go sit in someone else's houses and look at their walls for 3 days?
Yeah, well, she said she wants to go in there, and maybe it's a test to see if we can live in a house that's 800 square feet and not kill each other.
Well, in today's program, we're going to talk about a little 9-year-old kid as well that built his very own Airbnb here in North Carolina, and what he's doing with all the money and how he got the money to build this. All this and much, much more coming up on Deacon Live. Stick around. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back. Now, for those of you watching us here on the live stream, we appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget to go over to Prophet Radio, Prophet Radio. Click on the Deacon Live, and in probably about an hour or so, you're going to see the whole entire video here from today's podcast. We appreciate each and every one of you. We'll see you on the other side. Thanks. Bye.
There is a Cat Max thing, isn't there?
Cat Max? I don't know.
Yeah, I think I may end up selling that car if you can pay a couple grand more and get something she likes, but I don't know.
Well, how long you had it now?
Like a month, maybe.
So figure if you lose $2,000 on it, how much would it cost to rent a car for 2 months or a month?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. 2 days.
Yeah. We're going to talk about the...
I'm sorry you couldn't see the video about that Zoom call.
I wanted to actually see the video of the woman getting shot. That's what I wanted to see.
Yeah.
I like those kind of videos for some reason. It's that, like, if I see a video where they say someone was shot in cold blood, caught on tape, I want to see the cold blood shot on tape. I want to see where people get shot.
Yeah. I saw one that during a winter storm in Philadelphia, and the neighbors fought each other. You may have seen the video too. That bothered me. That really, because it's not like a TV show that you go, okay.
No, but I like seeing those videos because I want it. That's the epitome of your life is on, and it's getting ready to stop here in a few and just the actions. Who was to know that your life in those seconds leading up to you walking across, maybe that's the last time you walk across the driveway. That's the last time you say "fuck you." That's the last time. That's the last time.
Yeah,
and I like
people are saying, "Damn, what a mistake I made."
Yeah,
and realizing that there isn't. This is it.
Yeah. Well, the guy, they didn't know. The guy did, but I mean, when he came out and shot him like 5-6 times each.
Yeah, but the first time they were shot, that's when they said, "Oh my God, I have screwed up royally."
Yeah. Let's see. Do the alligator attack? Excuse me. Hang in there. And hi.
Hi, Amy.
Oh, and then this guy. All right, you ready?
Yes, I'm just trying to check on something. Oh, my money's coming up in my stocks.
Oh, you know why?
Somebody said something. Some idiot said something.
Walmart's getting ready to go into the Bitcoin or the cryptocurrency, and they're looking at Dogecoin.
Yeah, mine's up to 76 bucks.
Oh, yeah. Let me see what mine is. If yours is 76, mine should be 176. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, I'm up to 326. Should buy some more stock. All right, you ready? We're gonna come back and talk about alligators. The guy who fell off the ski lift. The guy who jumped from the cherry picker, and Granny fell down. Oh, I gotta find Granny fell down the well. Is there a video for this? All right, ready? I tripped on my paper here. All right, ready?
Ready?
Okay. Welcome back to Deacon Live. Over to my far right-hand side is IT Dan.
All right, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning as well. Don't forget, depending on the day that we people download this, and we encourage each and every one of you to download this. Make sure you like us and follow us, and the way you do that is go over to prophetradio.com. That's PROPHET radio. Click on the social contacts, and you can see our fan pages, all the different areas that we broadcast from. Make sure you like us, share us, and do all the stuff that links us to you and you to us as well. Now, Dan, we were talking about cats, and my cat got out. I know it's kind of a minute thing as far as the cat getting out, and I was appreciative that the cat came back in. My wife couldn't see the appreciation of the cat actually returning to the house.
That could have been a catastrophe.
It could have been a catastrophe. I got to stop doing that. I gotta fix, because I always repeat what you say, and I don't like doing that. And I'll edit that part out anyways. This woman right here was thankful that a cat actually showed up. When a 83-year-old woman fell down a ravine in Cornwall, England, it was her cat who helped rescuers find her. The woman had been missing for over an hour, and concerned neighbors called emergency services. Excuse me. Police went searching for her, but it was a member of the public who heard a meowing cat and located her. A passerby heard a cat, Piran? How do you say that name right there?
Her name, Piran, I guess.
Piran, all right. Meowing loudly, meow, 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 which alerted them to the woman. Rescuers then saw the woman had fallen 70 feet into a stream with incredible difficulty to access her on the uneven terrain. Rescuers lifted the woman out of the ravine on a stretcher and flew her off to the hospital in the air in the ambulances, and she is in stable condition as well. So there you go. I mean, there's a cat trying to, it saved the woman's life. But, I mean, normally you hear a dog, the old classic of Rin Tin Tin. Was it Rin Tin Tin or Lassie? It was Lassie.
No, Timmy fell in the well, and Lassie had to rescue her.
And then everyone knew what the dog was saying by its barks. But in a certain sense, don't we all know what the animals are saying if you live with them long enough?
Yeah, animals are your best friends.
My good friend of mine growing up, he lives in Asheville, actually, and his neighbors next door were Spanish. We all lived in Orlando at the time, so having a Spanish neighbor is nothing new or nothing big. But they had a, what is it, the white bird with the feathers on top. What is that called?
A flamingo?
No.
Ostrich?
No. Anyways.
NBC peacock.
It's not a peacock. Is it a cockatoo?
It may well be. I didn't go to school that day.
Obviously, you didn't, Dan. Anyways, it could talk, and it only spoke in Spanish because the people that raised it, only spoke to it in Spanish. So they gifted the bird to my friend, and that's how we go, hola, 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 ¿cómo estás, cómo estás?
So the ending of the story is it tasted just like chicken.
I'm sure it did. And it was probably just making up stuff in Spanish, just to mess with them.
We had friends that had a German Shepherd, and he could understand commands in English, and from India, they could speak in Indian. And he'd talk to the dog in both languages, and the dog
I've heard of stories about German Shepherds.
Bilingual.
Yeah, bilingual and stuff. All right, now, speaking of being bilingual, this woman right here, a man died, unfortunately, after being captured on video, these pop-ups, dangling from, now, Dan, are you familiar with the sky lifts or ski lifts that
the kind of slow ride, but you get up high.
You get up high and you're like, oh my God, I can see the whole park, or you can see all this stuff. This woman right here, 32-year-old, was hanging from a sightseeing ride at Lagoon Park amusement park before falling 50 feet to his death. The Farmington police are investigating the death, which was notified this past Monday. The video captured witness Lucy Grace Astia captured the video, not knowing that she was going to actually capture the video. She said that she was just up there with her video camera or her phone and just kind of doing a panoramic view, and then she looks over and there's a guy hanging from the thing. Now, when you say hanging from the thing, you have to. I'm going to play the video here, Dan. I want your interpretation of. There's a difference between hanging from one of the sky carts that's malfunctioning, or if he did this on purpose. Now, let me play the video right here. Let's see. Give me 1 sec while I ignore all these pop-up. Let's see right here. Now, don't forget, for every podcast we do, we also have a matching video as well, and you can see this video in real time by going over profitradio.com. So here we go. Everything up.
We
Commercial.
do treat you like a number. Number one in our hearts. Number one in our minds. And our number one priority. Always. From emergency care to intensive care and more, we're ready to help you get better.
A man is dead after falling from the sky ride at Lagoon Amusement Park in Farmington, Utah. Dramatic videos showed the man hanging off the ride before he fell about 50 feet to the ground.
So here she is.
Scenes like this are recorded by tourists at Lagoon every day the park is open.
I took a video everywhere.
She's the
love
bilingual.
Everywhere, watching everywhere.
Lucy Grace Estilia is visiting Utah and spent Saturday at Lagoon to celebrate a birthday. She was not prepared for what her camera was about to capture.
My husband noticed there's a guy hanging on that ride. Why is doing like that?
That's Lucy's voice.
See him right
stunned
there?
At the sight of a man.
So there he is. He's just hanging there. Dan, explain that to the audience there.
You can see the seat that you sit in. He's climbed over the bar. He's facing the seat and hanging by two hands.
Now, does it look like he slipped or fell out of that? Or does
No,
that look like he put himself in that position?
He looks like he put himself in that position.
Now, if you look at him, he's got sunglasses on. I can't tell about his face. Looks a little, not disgruntled. He's by himself. He's got very, very plain clothes on. He's got a backpack up here.
He looks calm, like he's trying to show off or something, I
Just
think.
after leaving the view of the camera, the man fell. Farmington police say it happened around 6 o'clock Saturday. The initial investigation found the ride system and car did not malfunction.
The Skyride has operated without incident since 1974.
Lagoon says the Skyride has a flawless safety record that dates back nearly 50 years.
So they take great care and great maintenance of this ride. And this guy, like Dan says, it looks like he might have climbed out, put his leg over one side, and worked his way down. And maybe that was where he was going to do his deed. You know,
Yeah, I wonder, he didn't look like he was struggling and trying to climb back in there again.
He didn't look panically at all.
No.
It looked like he was just hanging out there.
He looked relaxed, and I don't know if is it his way of ending his life, or if it's some way he, climbed up there, but he wasn't trying to get back in there.
He did look like he was ending his life, in my opinion. He was like contemplating. He was just standing or holding on, and then all of a sudden, unfortunately, he let go.
Yeah, and I could probably hang on that for probably about less than a minute before I go. I can't. You think you can? Oh, it's my life. I can do it, but you can't. You can't hang on to things like that long with your body weight.
Now, things that you want to hang on to or don't want to hang on to long. Now, this happened in, let's see, where did this happen at? A man leaped into action to save an animal handler when an alligator attacked her at a child's birthday party. Now, there was a birthday party going on at this alligator place. Let me find out where. Oh, another thing in
Utah.
Utah.
Is this a Utah show?
I guess it is. Lindsay Bull, 31-year-old, an alligator trainer at Scales and Tails, a petting zoo in West Valley City, Utah, was feeding a 150-pound gator, which is not that big. It's probably, I say it's a 6-foot gator. 6-foot gator includes 3 foot of tail. I mean, it's really not that big. I mean, 150 pounds, I could pick it up. I don't know about Dan.
A baby alligator, I'd be afraid of.
Now, the name of the gator, believe it or not, was called Darth Gator. I'm sure that's a big hit with the kids, and that's why they were all there to see him. Now, initially, what happened was she was going in there to feed him, and then the alligator, now, for those of you who don't know, an alligator has, let's say, 300 pounds of pressure closing, only 50 pounds of pressure opening. So that's why when you see animal or alligator handlers, they can hold the alligator's mouth closed with one hand. But if it's open, as soon as you touch any of the skin on the inside, the alligator's not saying bite down. It's its natural reaction to clamp down because it thinks it's food in its mouth. So it's a natural reaction for alligators. So she was in there, and unfortunately, she stuck her hand too close to that little webbing in the gator's mouth, and this video right here is the result of that. Blow this up so everyone can see. Now, this is real time.
Terrifying encounter no one saw coming. An 8.5-foot American alligator attacking its handler during a children's birthday party in West Valley City, Utah. 31-year-old Lindsay.
Now, her hands have special gloves on it, and those gloves, for those you don't know, they're like a rubber or mesh material, and they have little chain links. Have you ever seen a shark suit?
Yes.
So her gloves are the same way. So it didn't really, only the pressure would have been uncomfortable.
You might break your hand, but you're not going to get the bite.
Right, you're not going to get the teeth to sink in.
Bull's left hand in the gator's vice-like grip. The 150-pound reptile, known as Darth Gator, would not let go.
And he really bit down. And that's when I realized okay, this is going to be serious.
The powerful
this guy taking
gator
a picture.
dragging her into the enclosure. Then instinctively
death roll.
thrashing her violently in the water in what's called the death roll. That's when Donnie Wiseman, a father at the party with his stepson, quite literally jumped into action.
He's going to be, he's the hero of the party with his stepson. Oh, my stepdad saved his life.
I knew that if I didn't get in there and hold this animal down, he was going to tear her arm.
Teresa, Donnie's newlywed wife, watched in disbelief as he fearlessly jumped on the gator's back.
It didn't surprise me a whole lot because that's just kind of the way he is, but I was terrified.
I'm sorry. They look like they've seen a couple of gators in their life.
Yes, I think so.
48-year-old construction worker turned gator wrestler held the animal down before it eventually loosened its grip on Lindsay's hand, allowing her to narrowly escape. It was then just Donnie versus the gator. Donnie says Lindsay's calm demeanor helped him remain focused. And then, with only one chance to get it right, Donnie made a clean getaway.
She's dead.
Lindsay, who luckily sustained only injuries to her hand and wrist, says this encounter could have had a much different ending.
He's a hero for having done what he did.
So I don't think she would have died. She would have lost and been pretty much torn up, in my opinion.
Well, you could bleed to death if it was.
Yeah,
bit of-
well, I mean, there's so many people there; they would have had that handled right away. It's not like she was out in a 70-foot ravine with a cat at the top of the stairs, going, "Hey, Grandma's down there." You know, but she did survive. So, good for her. Good for him. Good luck to that family, whoever the newlywed and all them were. All right, when we come back, we're gonna talk cats, Dan. It's not over yet.
Oh, it's not over. In Utah?
No, I don't know if they're in Utah, but we'll deal with a whole bunch of these cat videos that are taking TikTok by storm. When I say TikTok by storm, over 800,000 views for these stupid videos. And we'll talk about that here when we come back. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back.
I still can't believe you. It's just a cat. You can't just, all you have to do is take care of a cat. Just don't let him out of the house.
Oh, I didn't talk about the cherry picker. Damn it. Oh, well. Did I have it up here? No. Oh, well. Oh, you know where I had it? I had it right here. I'll come back and talk about that.
You know those, where you have it goes up in the air with the boom like that? Mm-hmm. And you get the elbow part. Mm-hmm. When I was in Massachusetts, one of the guys was for the electric company, was working, with on the electric lines, mm-hmm. and he had it. You want to go to where you end up working, but he had the elbow out into the street, and they had cones, but the elbow you should have it turned one way or the other, mm-hmm. and the elbow was sticking out in the street.
Decapitated, the whole family.
No, tractor trailer hit it and catapulted the guy out of the bucket. He got injured really bad, but he could have died. I mean, it was.
Let's do.
Why? I don't know. How much do cherries cost?
What?
I don't know.
I'm like, what are you talking about? We'll talk about the catwalks.
I want to talk about pigs having wings.
Okay.
You've heard that saying before.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, when pigs fly. Pigs on a wing. That's who does that? You know?
Oh, it's Jefferson Manalkinich.
No. Pink Floyd.
No, what I was trying to stop myself from saying is I notice
you repeat things I say.
It's a filler for me while I'm loading up the next line to say, because you'll say, "Oh, that'd be funny if it was on 10 shoes." Oh, yeah, that would be funny if it was on 10 shoes. Yeah, that's right, 10 shoes. And then I just repeat and I hate when I do that. That's another.
But you can cut that out.
I can cut it out, but I know that one of the things is I'm going back through and I hear myself so many times repeating what you're saying all the time, and it's annoying.
But you don't say "and stuff."
I don't say "and stuff" as much anymore.
Now, we've been watching Longmire, and there's
going somewhere?
There's going somewhere, and there's an Indian called Henry Standing Bear, and
You're not going to tell me about Lou Diamond Phillips not saying contractions, are you?
No, but he doesn't say contract. But Kathy will ask me a question, and I
You
go,
need to write this down because you start repeating stuff that you've already told me.
and I'll say, "You do not, I do not know," and stuff, and she gets angry with me. She's.
It's funny when I edit the video section of this, I can see the wavelengths. Like when we talk, I can see it's all big, and then when it's quiet, it's on the video itself. You know, the video editing program, and I see this. I always see this little wave right here. It goes like this, and then goes right back down.
Is that when we're like talking now that we're not right up to the microphone?
No, what it is when we go out the door, I hear.
Oh, and then yeah.
Every time I see that, I get because it doesn't show all the panels. It just shows the last panel through the whole strip. Yeah. And if I look at all the audio on it and I go, "There's where we open the door," so I always go down, cut. I know that's a part that we taking a break and come back.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you said you wanted to talk about the deck today too.
Yeah. There's a couple of. We'll burn through this show. It's not as, like I said, it's not as heavy as the past show. So, and we don't have a whole lot of.
And we got to remember to do up to speed somewhere in
there. We'll do it after this segment. Remind me.
I think I have my headphones on backwards.
Switch them around.
No, I can't tell.
Well, there is. I mean, there's the way it fits on your head. But if you're fine with that, you're fine with that. You ready?
Let's go.
Okay. Welcome back to DeaconLive. Over to my far right hand side is IT Dan.
Yes, I'm living the dream today.
And stick around at the bottom of the hour. We're going to do Up to Speed with Technology with IT Dan. Get your latest updates on all the stuff that you need to know to keep you up to date with your technology. And that'll be brought to you by Dan and IT Dan here in just a few seconds. Now, if you want some free stuff, I still have a couple. I know. I got some. Dan's not. He's over there with chapped lips. He's licked so many stamps or licked so many envelopes trying to get this stuff out.
I'm addicted to the glue.
So we have some more. If you haven't gotten yours yet, we still have some more some more swag to send out to you. And if you want to get some, go to ProfitRadio.com, PROPHET radio. Click on the free swag section. And click on what package you want, and we'll send it out to you. Just us saying thank you. You know, we appreciate you. Costs nothing out of pocket for you guys. Just a simple click. Yes, I like this. Send it to me, and we'll send it out to you. It's that easy. Now, Dan, are you familiar with Nerf products?
Yeah, I've had Nerf guns. Well, I've seen them when they were a kid. I've never owned one.
I've never had a Nerf gun at all myself. Now, the closest thing I've had to a Nerf gun is that thing that would put like the ping pong balls in. It held like 4 of them, and it would just pop out the ping pong balls. That was the only thing I ever had as far as like a Nerf gun.
Okay. My mother was a seamstress, and she would sew in our living room, and we'd have the little pins with the head on them, and we would get tanks, and my brother and I would shoot pins back at these real OSHA-approved stuff.
How did you shoot the pins?
We had these plastic cannons that pulled back like a spring, like on a pen. And it initially had a plastic, like rubber tipped end.
So you're making like zip guns or something?
Yeah, we would just sit there and put pins inside and shoot pins at each other all day long.
Now, for all you Nerf fans out there, I know there's an age of an adult where they have Nerf gun fights and stuff. The Nerf LMTD Aliens 35 anniversary, the M41A, which is a lot of words to say for just a stupid Nerf gun, blaster is up for pre-order now. Dan, you want to read this for me right here?
Yeah, you guys remember James Cameron's Aliens movie in 1986. I mean, it was a classic, and a science fiction horror show, and it was 35 years now, And Hasbro has a belated anniversary present for these people in the forms of the Nerf, the Aliens M41 Pulse Blaster. Write that down. It's an important number. The blaster is inspired by the M41 used by the Colonial Marine Corps in the movie. It can fire 2 types of darts, the Nerf Elite darts or the Mega darts via pump action. It also has an LCD dart counter and sound effects. I don't know. I can't see anyone over 6 years old wanting that.
No, but I mean, if you're a fanatic from the Aliens movie, I didn't realize this is from the Aliens movie, I guess. I never was allowed to watch the movie. So if you look right now, the price for the Pulse Blaster live on GameStop right now is priced at $94.99 with free shipping. Unfortunately, the release date is not till October 21st, 2022. So all you Nerf fans out there, or Alien fans, if that matters, you can get your Nerf blaster here soon. Now,
I'm going to have to save up some money.
Now, speaking of Nerf and combining it with cats, Nerf, in the same sense, has made something for cats. Nerf made a blaster for cats that shoots catnip discs instead of foam darts. So for you too lazy to play with your cat while you're sitting on the couch, so here you go. Dan, take this away.
Yeah, are you struggling with a Monday-hating, lasagna-scarfing cat whose lazy lifestyle is starting to become a health issue? If they're not interested in climbing off the computer keyboard to chase mice, there's a chance this Nerf blaster fires discs made of catnip instead of foam, I guess. It might be better motivation to make them more active.
All right, so here you go. Let's see if we'll watch this video. And this is a Nerf cat launcher testing. So here we go, watching the video. So it looks like it's got like a little laser beam on the front to tease the cat. And then it shoots a little disc out. What do you say? It's shooting at what, maybe 15 feet? Cats don't know what to do with it. That's it. That's all it does.
I have to say that the cats are the smartest creatures in that video. I just can't see. I can't understand someone buying that.
Well, you say cats are what now?
Cats are a lot smarter than whoever was shooting that thing. That they would end up buying one of those.
Now, speaking of cats, this week in cats, this 2-pound rescue kitten. Oh, sorry, not that one right here. Now, Dan, you're familiar with TikTok?
Yeah, see the videos.
And what it is this new, I don't want to, all you oldie people out there, what's a TikTok? That's a clock on the wall, isn't it? No. The newest video stream called TikTok, where all these short-length videos that are just eating up my wife's time in the morning while I'm making breakfast. She'll sit there and just scan through all the TikTok videos, which is great. It gives you a relief from everyday life, like what DeaconLive does from all the Afghanistan and the coronavirus and the president stuff. We just
an escape.
Yep, just an escape, and that's what DeaconLive tries to provide for you. A cat is showcased its adorable, undeniably distinctive method for getting down a flight of steps. The internet just can't get enough of it. Now, for those of you who want to see this video, go over to ProfitRadio.com, click on DeaconLive, and for every podcast we do, we have a matching video as well. So this cat is going down the steps. Now, I have 2 bulldogs, and they kind of bounce down the steps because the length of their feet from the front to the back is almost the exact same length as the steps. So they just kind of bounce down the steps. This cat is taking bouncing down the steps into a whole nother world. So here we go. Let me blow this up. Let me stop this right here. And we're going to watch the video. And the way you watch this video is go to ProfitRadio.com. Here he goes. Dan, describe what's happening.
The cat is just gliding down the stairs with its paws all up in the air. It just moves and slides down.
It looks like he's trying to rub all the way down every step.
With all the feet up in the air. It's just a crazy cat, isn't it?
Read this number right here. How many likes has that thing gotten?
Oh, okay. 1.2 million likes.
1.2 million likes, 77,000 shares of this stupid cat sliding down the steps like it's rubbing like its owner. It's head down,
But what they don't tell you is the cat learned this from the owner being drunk one night and trying to get down the stairs.
That's probably the best way to get down. Hey, I can do that with the least amount of effort.
Yeah, my owner does it. I can too.
Now, another cat video, and I promise it'll be the last cat thing we talk about on this episode, believe me, is this video right here another video has gone viral on TikTok showing a cat sitting underneath a sink faucet with dripping water onto its head, and as it just stares into the distance. Now, Dan, when you see the video, we can all relate to this cat and what it's thinking or not thinking in that general direction. So here we go. You ride this or take this right here.
Yeah, the short video was shared to social media by user Sarah Cruz, known online as Sarah Cruz 06, and it's her cat Ori, who is letting the water drip onto his nose without breaking its intense stare. I can see this.
Here we go. Let me find the video. And let's see. Here's the video.
He doesn't have a clue what's going on. Michael, you poor sweet thing. You don't have a thought behind those eyes, do you?
Okay, hold on. So here he goes.
Thing. You don't have a...
Come on.
He doesn't have a clue what's going on. Michael, you... He doesn't have a clue what's going on. Michael, you poor sweet thing.
Look at
You
him.
don't have a thought behind those eyes, do you?
His pupils are dilated. He got into mom's edibles.
Yeah, that's got the catnip or something.
Michael, you poor sweet thing. You don't have a thought behind those eyes, do you?
And he's just staring. The water's not touching him. I mean, not affecting him or anything.
Oh, he just stuck his tongue out for the water drop. But
Yeah.
Sweet thing.
He's looking at something. He got into mom's edibles. Is what it looks like.
yeah, this is like a mild case of waterboarding.
What would you call waterboarding for a cat?
Catboarding.
All right, well, there you go. All right, and speaking of being cat bored, coming up next after the break, we're going to talk to IT Dan and Up to Speed with Technology. Stick around. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back.
I've been telling friends to watch my show. I said, it's on YouTube. You know, I said, I don't get paid any money if you watch it. If you need to get away from life for a few, for a little while, you can watch the show. I said, watch it. If you like it, fine. If you watch it for 10 minutes, don't like it, that's fine too.
That's fine.
Yeah.
And one of the things is, I used to, like when you're on a treadmill and you just want something to watch, and sometimes you never know what avenue people's lives take them. I know that her brothers, her brother passed away.
Yeah.
Her
Hank.
Yeah. Her, what is he? Sister-in-law? His wife.
Hank's wife, yeah, we sister-in-law.
Sister-in-law. She works for Travelers Insurance, but she works overnight shifts. But she does it at home. And she said that, during while she's waiting for calls and stuff, she'll put on, if she doesn't have anything else, she'll put on the Deacon Live podcast and sit there and watch us in the studio. Well, at the time it was me and her dad.
Yeah.
And would sit there and watch me and Amy's dad on the show and stuff. So you never know. You never know what people are doing, all hours of the night or all hours of the day.
Yeah, Kathy doesn't watch too. She watches a few YouTube things, but it's mostly music things she'll look at. I'm
more short attention, but there's a reason why YouTube has all these different TV channels and TV, I know it's a 2-hour show, but for 2 hours, sometimes it's better than what's on your Hulu or something.
But sometimes short attention, that's what explains us why TikTok is such an,
And I try to cut the video and put in, like I said, like the VH1 pop-up videos. Like if I mess up or you say something or you've done something, I'll put on the screen, like when, I think last week you said goodnight when I said goodnight and I got, and I said, I put in the thing, Dan doesn't understand that I get the last word, and he wanted to come in, so we had to do it again. So,
so those are the
but I leave all those errors in the video. That's why the video is 2.5 hours long, and the podcast is 1.5 hours. All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
You got your articles?
Yes, I am.
Okay, make sure I switch between these two. I'm going to try something here. see if we can do it.
You were going to play the music?
I was going to try to play the music, but I don't think I will. I'm going to mute that.
And you could add it in later, right?
I'll just move that over to the track. Welcome back to Deacon Live. Before we go any further, it's now time for Up to Speed with Technology with IT Dan.
Hey guys, today's news, federal vehicle safety regulators have launched an informal investigation into Tesla's autopilot because they've had 31 crashes that have left at least 17 people injured and 1 person dead.
Now, I saw something where the Teslas are slamming into the back of emergency vehicles.
Yeah, there were 11 crashes where they've encountered first responder scenes and subsequently struck 1 or more vehicles. But this covers 765,000 vehicles across models built between 2014 and 2021. To put that into context, texting while driving causes 381 deaths a year, and there's 10,511 deaths drunk driving. So I don't really see the Tesla's probably you call that a Tuesday compared to these other things.
So you're saying it's a better return on crash per
yeah,
volume.
I mean, it's safer. It's a lot safer. You could get drunk like that guy did, fall asleep in your Tesla, and you're still safer than everyday driving out there. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So
that's very good.
Another thing in New York, someone stole this guy Guido's electric scooter. And he's a cybersecurity CEO in Brooklyn.
Is that his name, Guido?
That's his last name. Yeah, Dan Guido. And
you sure it's not Tony Guido?
Yeah, that would be the same. So, but he had hidden 2 Apple AirTags inside the black scooter and concealed them with black duct tape. So after they were missing, he went to locate his vehicles with his Bluetooth trackers, and spoiler alert, he succeeded. He found them. After some convincing, 2 police officers eventually agreed to accompany him to the location. They pinged it, and they found the bike inside an e-store. But the guy realizes that he's telling everybody, if you're going to go retrieve your merchandise, bring the police with you. Don't do like OJ did.
Right, and just run in with a gun unloaded and bust into a hotel.
And tell them you want all your stuff back and everything.
Now, you're saying that this guy named Guido had an electric bicycle?
Yeah, electric scooter.
So what kind of guy is Guido?
Well, I mean, I would guess he'd be an Italian persuasion.
You just thinking like this big mob boss. He's like, hey, he's gonna sleep with the fishes. Tell him this week, and I got a dinner date to go to. He takes off on this little green, neon green little electric scooter down the, Soprano's Pizzeria.
Have you ever seen a picture of me on a moped or electric scooter?
No,
it's not going to happen.
No.
So,
well, good for Guido. He found a scooter.
Yeah. What else is going on? Google Maps just dropped a bunch of new features, including dark mode. I've used the map, and sometimes when it's too light at night when you're driving, it blinds you. And actually, with iPhones now, you can share your live location through iMessage. You just tap on the Google Maps icon, and bam, you'll be there in 5 minutes. Will be confirmed. If to end sharing, you hit the stop button. So they have live traffic updates. You watch where you go, and all you have to do is go to the Apple Store and download the new widget. So I think it's a nice thing. And
now, Dan, do you have an Android or do you have an iPhone?
I have an Android.
Now, do you have a Google account or a Gmail account?
Yeah, I have a Gmail account, and I have the Google Maps. So I will go to my house, put in an address, type it in, and when it shows up, I can create a label for it, and then I could just say Guido's house, and it would take me right to Guido's house in Brooklyn.
You know what the funny thing is that whether you're signed into Maps or not, as long as you're signed in on your cell phone, on a Android cell phone, if you don't change any settings or anything like that, and you drive on a daily basis, like to and from work, you can actually go in on your PC, your desktop at home, and check history of you, and it'll show you all the past. I don't want to say if it's a good thing. The good thing about it, it's not a bad thing, but the good thing about it is you can see how many miles you drive every day automatically. To and from work. And then sometimes you drive somewhere and you stop at something, and then, a couple of weeks go by and you're like, hey, I stopped at this one place. You can go back and look at the history as long as you had your phone with you. It doesn't have anything to do with your car. As long as you had your phone with you, it'll recognize like you stopped at the store to buy a lottery ticket, or you stopped at a consignment shop and you were like, man, where was that consignment shop at? Where I saw that really neat, glass candle holders. And you're like, on what day was that on? That was a Thursday. And you can look back and see on the history on maps of your driving paths.
I mean, that would also be the alibi for your murder. You're going to win the murder investigation. But imagine if you lost your wallet. I mean,
yeah,
you could trace back.
Well, I mean, unless you had the wallet sitting on top of your vehicle.
That's happened before. But no, that's a cool feature. So.
What else you got? Anything?
That's it for technology today.
All right, Dan. Well, thank you very much. When we come back, we are going to talk about things that are. We're going to talk about some vehicle stuff. Get ready, because there's something that's being banned here in North Carolina. A big auto distributor is being banned here in North Carolina, and I'll tell you the reason why. Stick around. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back. If you go into your profile, let's see here, menu, your places. Location, your timeline. If you go to timeline,
okay.
Let's see.
You didn't go to that self-serve massage parlor again, did you?
No, but it will tell you like years, like look,
when you went to Florida.
Yeah. See, this is where I went to Arizona. This is where I went wherever, and you can put this August, and let's put what's today.
Today's the 18th.
Monday, I think.
No, let's do last Thursday.
Last Thursday or last Wednesday?
Last Thursday. Look at that.
What did we do Thursday?
UPS store. Charlie's Restaurant.
Oh, yeah, there. Yeah, see? So I left, went there, and then came. So, and then it just shows you, and if you're a business and you want to know that, what time I left, how many minutes, how many miles, and I and it shows this. I took this picture while I was at that location. While I was waiting for you in line, I took this picture while I was there. Oh, Charlie's, went to Quick Trip, got gas, and then came back home. See?
Yeah, it just doesn't show the license plate bureau. But
yeah, it does right here. Missing visit, Monroe. Oh, right here. Add visit.
Oh, there.
Yeah, because it's in a strip mall, so it didn't know. So there you go. Yeah, license plate. See? Isn't that cool?
That is cool.
And you go to your timeline. So, for example, if you've ever forgotten something, or what store did I stop at, or where was it at?
And a lot of times I'll go, what day did you go here? And stuff. I had a friend that could remember weather. He could tell me, 3 weeks ago, Thursday, that was the day it rained. I can't remember what it did yesterday,
Mm-hmm. So there you go. I thought that was interesting. Yeah. I found that out when I was, before we had GPS settings on our trucks for the paper company. Yeah. I was trying to figure out a way to track everyone, and I'd ask my drivers, do you have a Google phone? Give me your password, and we go and we track everything.
We used to drive. We covered 5 towns with the cable company, and I used to be in Woburn, Mass, and Stoneham, Mass, and we would drive like 25 miles out of our area to go get steak tips at this restaurant. And I have no idea why we were not all fired for the thing. No. I think our boss was just so overwhelmed, he had no idea.
All right, so we're at 37 minutes, and we're good to go. So we did This Week in Cats. We're going to talk about this. And you're correct, Dan. The more we get to working with each other, the better it is. And I think this show's doing pretty well.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it, and I think we have to.
What?
I know. I mean, I think it's working as it's good. I enjoy coming. I look forward to this.
Well, you know now what to expect during the show. You know that we're going to talk about our personal business in the beginning. to start out the show, to bring everyone in as far as our characters. Then we're going to talk about a couple topics. We'll talk about a couple more topics. We'll do your thing, and then we'll try to blend all the other topics together.
I want to do pigs have wings.
We'll do that after. That's going to be the the next segment after this. Got all the saliva out of your mouth?
Yep. Do you notice I've been looking at the monitor for 99% of the time?
Right. But you look like you're a hostage because you're sitting there like this.
Well,
now, see, you're relaxed there, but like before you were like this. You're like...
Well, I think I was trying to keep the glare off my glasses.
Well, the glare is from your PC there, your laptop. It's not that. Yeah, see?
Well, there's still a lot. Okay, now I did it.
Destroying everything, Dan.
I did.
All right, here we go.
All I did is tilt it and it shut off.
Welcome back to DeaconLive. Dan, what are you destroying over there?
I just shut my laptop off by closing the cover.
Turn it back on. You need it. You need it for the show. And we need you guys for the show as well. And the way to be part of us is to go over to profitradio.com, click on social contacts, click on that, get yourself some free stuff while you're over there. And don't forget, all the bands that you hear on DeaconLive, I almost said it again, all the bands that you hear on DeaconLive, they are all independent artists. They are unsigned bands. They are so good. They're so talented. We support them, and what we do is we ask you to support them as well. And the way you do that is go over to the Profit Radio landing page, and you can see all the little banners, the little icons. You can find out all the information for all the music that you hear on DeaconLive.
Yeah, my wife was listening to a couple, and we did end up buying one album.
Did you really? Did you buy an album, or did you buy the song?
Oh, well, we bought the song.
Yeah.
Eric B. Turner.
Yeah. Did you really?
Yeah.
I love him. He's great musical artist, and we appreciate working with him as well. Now, someone who doesn't appreciate working with North Carolina is this big manufacturer right now. Are you familiar with the brand Carvana?
I've seen the ads.
All right, now tell me from the ads, what's your interpretation of Carvana? What are they?
They're just kind of like eBay for cars, or consignment for cars.
So the main thing is they what they consider is there are the first auto vending machine. Like they have all this, like they build this big tower, it's full of glass, and it's got like an elevator like you see in the futuristic movies of like parking lots. And I want C4. And you put
like
your
an old jukebox.
Like an old jukebox. You go down. I did it again. You go down the stairs, and you're scrolling through the songs, you're scrolling through the cars. Oh, I want an E7. And so, please insert $35,000. So you insert $35,000. It doesn't work that way. But when you purchase online, they actually give you a token that's got a chip inside. And you go to the Carvana, the big jukebox thing, and you put the coin in. It literally will bring the car down for you. You could drive away right there. Or they can pick it up or drop it off at your house. So they have a whole thing of delivering and
so
stuff.
So there is an actual tower you can go to?
Yes. They have one in just outside of Orlando, and I think it holds, I want to say 100 cars, 120 cars. I think it's 10 floors, and each one holds 12 cars. And, it's kind of like, that's it. There's no dealer involved. There's no, I'd say signing paperwork. Everything is done online. But right now, Carvana is banned from selling cars here in North Carolina, in North Carolina County, I don't know what that means.
Yeah, in around. Oh well, it's Raleigh is one of the major cities.
Now, if you see the thing right here, the big tower,
that's awesome.
Until 2022, the state has barred the online car sales company from selling vehicles in and around the Raleigh area.
Yeah, despite record low inventories, Carvana's been doing good this year. Profits are up, even though there's fewer vehicles to sell. But those sales have been dealt a blow because the North Carolina's DMV has banned the company from selling cars in Wake County, which is probably the most populated county in North Carolina, as well as the home of Raleigh. I guess it wasn't issuing vehicle registrations and was skirting the mandatory state inspections, which are both in violation of the state's licensing.
So right here, the state said in court filings that Carvana violated dealer licensing laws by not delivering vehicle titles to the DMV in a timely manner and failing to perform state-required inspections before the vehicles were sold here in North Carolina. State officials also said that the company issued out-of-state plates and tags to a vehicle sold in North Carolina residents is also a violation of dealer's license. So basically, if you bought a car, you didn't know where this car was coming from quote unquote carvana. So it might be, let's say, a Kentucky car, because it's probably cheaper to have them there, and it shows up on your property and it's got a Kentucky license plate on it, or it's registered in Kentucky. Now you've got to do all the paperwork, you've got to do all the stuff, move everything around and get everything like we had to do the other day.
Yeah, there was nothing worse than not delivering a vehicle title in a timely manner. I'm just nothing worse than that.
Really? Tell me how you really feel about that, Dan.
It's all good now. So
all right, so yeah. And if you want to know the backstory, that Dan and I do a darker conversation podcast called "Is This Going Somewhere?" You can find them on iHeartRadio as well.
It all ended well for both of us.
Is This Going Somewhere on iHeartRadio? Now, update on Ford. Now, Ford has released the new Bronco. People love it. People hate it. A lot of people are hating it right now because, for those of you who don't know, the rooftop or the hardtop is removable and kind of gives you that Jeep feeling at the same time. They were having a hard time with it bouncing up and down. It wasn't being stabilized. It was cracking.
Squeaking. Water leaks.
Yep. And all that stuff. So right now, let's see. Let's find the update.
Someone didn't do the homework.
I pulled the article and I didn't do the thing. So right here, read that for me.
Okay. Well, Ford is embarrassed by the Ford Bronco hardtop problems, and they decided to replace them all. The company called this David Tracy up, told him how bad it dropped the ball, and they're going to make it right and replace all the tops on these Broncos.
So all the new Broncos that are coming out, if you've got the hardtop, Ford is getting ready to replace them all. It's kind of like, I forget what manufacturer had the airbags, the Takata airbags. They had a problem with all the Takata airbags and having to go in and replace them all. And the Nissans. I think it was like 350,000 Nissans and 200 Toyotas. So Ford right now, they're replacing the top. It's only cosmetic. I mean, granted, yes, it does rattle around, and when you buy a new car, you want that thing to be completely solid.
Yeah, you spend $30,000, $40,000, $50,000. You kind of like it to have a good roof on it.
But it's a Ford, and my wife has said this all the time, and I never knew this. I knew there was a reason why I didn't like Ford, and I never understood it until my wife, when I first met her and stuff, she put it in this plain thing. She's like, when you buy a Ford for the first 2 years that you have it, it's solid, it's tight. You can feel the suspension's tight. The door shuts just right. The seats and everything is tight. She's like, within a couple years, everything feels like it's gotten loose, like it put on weight, like it's not really, it got lazy on you.
I've had mixed feelings. I've had some Fords that have been fantastic, and I've had some that have not. I also had one that I was up in Vermont, and it was the rust, and the chrome ring around the wheel well fell off just by sitting there. But that was caused by the rust in Vermont.
Right. You have the salt on the roads. I'm assuming.
They salt all the roads, and you don't think about it now, but up there, your vehicles would last 3 or 4 years before they would just be so full of rot. You'd have to get rid of them. Everything on them would rot.
All right, hold on. Now I got to deal with this shit here. Washington Post. Let's see.
Schoolology bus?
Mm-hmm.
Where did you come up with schoolology?
Quiet. Well, I'm trying to burn through this. So all of you out there right now, it's that time of year where kids are going back to school. And one of the things that, going back to school is, for those of you, I was always able to walk to all my elementary school. Well, not my elementary school, because, I didn't want to be 4 years old walking up and down the street.
Did you walk to school or take a lunch?
I did both. I was able to ride my bike to junior high, to high school, walk to high school, had friends that would drive and pick me up at high school and drop me off. Same thing. Like I said, I live right behind all my schools at the same time. So school bus drivers, right now is in short demand. School bus driver shortages are causing schools to take extreme measures, including paying parents stipends to drive their kids to campus for a year. Right here, Dan.
Wow, Eastside Charter School in Wilmington, Delaware, they resorted to offering parents $700 not to use the school bus system to get the kids back and forth. Wow, I mean, I know there was a chip shortage. I didn't think that would affect the bus drivers, but I guess there's labor problems everywhere because of COVID, unemployment benefits, workers worried about their health, safety, and getting child care. There's so many different things. I did not know there was a school bus driver shortage.
Right. So the bus driver shortage is a part of this wide trend. We've been taking a look at this crazy idea for everyone that can think of janitors, cafeteria workers, psychologists, counselors, and bus drivers is not part of our budget right now. He added, or the guy that we were talking to added, I wish that we could use the money for buses, but we can't because we have no drivers. That's the thing. So, driver shortages is leaving schools with with no wiggle room. I can say that too many times too fast.
So if let's say you have 50 kids on a school bus and you pay $700, that would be like $350,000 you're paying the bus driver.
I'm trying to read where it says how much are they actually. It says $700 not to use the bus system to get there to from how long how long?
That would be for the school year.
Really, you think for the school year? Let's see if I'm going to find another article here. Is it $700 a week? $700 a month? Let's see. Parents, about 150 students, roughly 500 have signed up. Take place.
That would be $700 for the school year.
You think so?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that would make sense because if you think how many bus drivers, if they have to hire, let's say 10 bus drivers, and bus drivers do make good money. They make at least, anywhere from $40,000 to $45,000 a year. Dan, you want to look up how much a bus driver makes? Elementary school bus driver. Just do elementary school because everyone else can walk their fat ass to school. And while he's doing that, I never took the bus. I did go to daycare, which is the funniest part. I was in daycare from I was maybe 5, 6 years old till 12 years old, which is weird in itself. I was the old kid in daycare. My mom and dad said, we're never going to have a turnkey kid. You know what a turnkey kid is, Dan, right?
Per hour. Let me just see what.
So I would take my daycare nursery would pick me up at elementary school until I think my 4th grade year. So how old are you in 4th grade? I think 9, 10 years old. Dan, what'd you find out?
I found out that the 10 hardest years of my life were the 3rd grade. Salaries they average at $34,963.
But for how many weeks though? I mean, you're working like the teacher, so you're only working. How many months out of the year? 9 months?
Yeah, you're probably working 9 months of the year, 10, maybe 10 at the most. So
you got to get like a part-time job in the meantime.
Yeah.
So maybe they should boost those up. I don't know. I mean, it's COVID. I would be upset. I'd be upset if I was forced to ride in a school bus with all these kids.
And what is it? Probably 50 kids on a school bus.
Dan, I have no idea. I never rode a big bus.
If you could have 50 kids sign up for that, and that would be the pay of one bus driver.
That would be, So
$700 a year.
So there you go. So if you want to sign up for that, what state did I say that it was in?
Delaware.
Delaware. So in Delaware, if you live in Delaware, all our fans up in Delaware, you want to make a little bit of money, save a little money, or do a little side job. And, maybe you carpool. Maybe you get little Kimmy next door and little Timmy across the street, and you can pocket their money too. Now you're making $14, $21, $100 for the whole year.
Yeah, you'll be able to do that. Take 50 kids and you get $35,000 a year.
Now they do have a kid, quote unquote, kid version of Uber. That is very, very, they go through the background checks for the drivers, make sure they have no felonies, no misdemeanors, no nothing. And I forget what it's called, but they do have an Uber for kids.
And that's they have like a little pedal cart that they pick the kids up and stuff like that?
It's school bus? It's Uber, but it's an Uber version just for if parents that can't be home all the time. Like my mom and dad was not home all the time. So if I had to go to baseball practice, this quote unquote kids Uber would pull up, take me, drop me off at Uber baseball practice or my baseball practice and the kids Uber. And then
so if little Timmy got drunk and he didn't want to ride his bicycle home, he could call the Uber.
He could. All right, we'll come back. You ever seen those car carriers with all the different cars stacked on top of it?
My friend Ron used to drive one.
Oh, good old Ron, a fan of the show. You always say if one just fell off, that's all I would need. I just want one of those to fall off, and I would jump in it and take off. Of course, it never happens. Well,
I saw it happen. I think it was in Europe somewhere. And we might have done it on our show. A whole bunch of Mercedes fell off.
That's right. Well, that thing flipped over, and they were Land Rovers, and they all flipped over, and there was no getting those things back. Well, this car right here fell off a truck, and for a split second, everyone was like going, "Free car!" Well, we'll dive into that here when we come back. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back.
And we've had we've gone and had spaghetti for 2 days. So.
I thought you were going to bring over your pot pie.
I have to make it first.
I thought you were making it for this week.
No, it's September 10th.
Amy made shepherd's pie, but she used spinach and chicken instead of ground beef.
What kind of chicken?
Spinach and chicken.
Oh, spinach and chicken.
She put spinach, chicken, can of corn, and then...
You said spinach and in one word, and I thought that was a type of chicken. Spinach and, yeah.
Yeah, spinach and chicken. Oh, we got to talk about the 9-year-old Airbnb. Maybe. Maybe, baby. Oh, I got to put this here. Excuse me. Is that thing frozen? Yep, sure is. As soon as I hear it going, row, row, row.
The pillow guy said that he could offer a $5 million election challenge.
Mm-hmm.
And some cyber eternity said if anybody could prove the legitimacy of the data, and some guy did, and now the pillow man doesn't want to pay, which is a shock. You going to do the Ferrari first?
I'm going to see if I can work in this 9-year-old Airbnb. We'll talk about or we can actually, where are we at? What time?
Well, I was going to say something about cars, and then you could put the Ferrari in.
Okay,
after that.
I can do that. So I'll lose the story about the 9-year-old.
Well, we can do it later.
No, because I got too much other shit to go through. I don't mind losing stories.
Okay.
I hate losing stories with videos, though, because it gives us a break.
I think we could fit it in. But that's...
Too late, I already got rid of it. All right, so Ferrari, Chipotle, chicken wing shortage, and that. All right. Oh, I gotta wait for that to stop. Isn't that crazy how it freezes up like that, Dan?
Sometimes, if it's overworked, like it's too big an area, it's working too hard.
Well, I think it's us going in and out. And it's always like right at this time, too.
Okay. Well, how much would it cost for a new unit, and how much would it cost to run PVC and put a funnel up here?
I thought about, I almost, because of me and her dad,
Yeah.
I was going to open that up right there, put a 2-inch pipe with an actual trap on it.
Yeah.
But I'm like, there's no way that, when we get up here and have a good time, the dribble and the,
I know.
I'm like, I didn't want this thing to smell like a fucking toilet.
No. My brother-in-law used to drink Mountain Dew all the time and piss in the bottles. And he had like 700 bottles full of piss down in his... And Mountain Dew looks very similar, so...
All right. Need a fucking thing for this. Oh, backlight. Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
Welcome back to Deacon Live. Over to my far right-hand side is IT Dan.
Good afternoon. I just wanted to mention I went for a ride, probably an hour and a half ride in a nice Audi last week.
Which version of it? I say what version? Which one did you ride into? They have like the A4, the A7, the QT. Not the QT. That's a gas station.
It's the Q5.
The Q5. Okay.
And it was a nice riding car. But I was just wondering if you know where they got the name Audi.
Audi is from the guy Scissor Audi Wackenstern, who actually created wheels.
Well, actually, the person's name who created Audi, his name was Horst, H-O-R-S-T, which in German means hark. And when he created Audi, it translates to a Latin word, which means to listen.
Right.
And that's where it came from.
And when you were in the car, were you listening?
Yes, I was listening.
What were you listening to?
I was listening to your show. That's the only station you get.
Well, very good. Now, this guy right here should have been listening when they say, whoa, when you're working on, when you're working on a job site, and I worked on job sites with Dan before, and I always say the stop word is stop. So when you hear stop, anything else, keep going or, whatever. On job sites, even outside of Dan, the word is stop or the word is ho. And you have to let if someone's driving like a big crane or something like that, and you go, whoa, and that's your stop word. So the stop word is whatever you have, and you have to communicate to your guy what the stop word is. This guy right here didn't understand what the stop word was when he unloads this $350,000 Ferrari off this car loader.
Oh, I got to see this.
All right, so here you go, right here.
Oh, okay. When we think of damaged supercars, our first thoughts are high-speed crashes from lack of talent or sometimes spontaneous fires. There's plenty could go wrong with the transport and delivery of the vehicles, too. One such owner in Brazil found out that as their brand-new Ferrari was dropped several feet off the back of a truck this week.
So this incident involved a yellow Ferrari SF90 Stradale?
Yeah, Stradale, I guess.
Okay. Now, for those of you who don't know, you cannot buy, did you know this, Dan? You cannot buy a brand new Ferrari off the lot if you are a first-time buyer. So, for example, all you rap artists out there, all you rock artists, all you movie guys out there, if you make $15 million and you walk onto a Ferrari lot, Ferrari will not sell you a brand new Ferrari off their lot. You have to own a used one first. Believe it or not.
Oh, I did not know that.
You have to own a used, even if it's 2 years old or a year old or whatever, you have to own a used one first. And then when you order your brand new one, they will give you an actual baby book because that car is designed strictly for you. So they will show you the woman sewing the seats. They'll show, check off over there, putting in the engine, putting all the windows in, putting the glass. They will give you a baby book as far as your Ferrari being built, but you're not allowed to buy a brand new one if you're a first-time owner or homeowner or a Ferrari owner. And this guy right here, this Ferrari, and for those of you can watch this video, and the way you do that is go over to profitradio.com, click on Deacon Live, and for every podcast we do, we have matching videos. All right, ready, Dan? Here we go. So explain what's happening now before we start.
They have a box truck, and it has an extended ramp that is coming out the back. Looks to be about 3.5 feet off the ground, 4 feet off the ground. And you paused it.
And yeah, I paused it because it is it's a car carrier system. So it's not like a ramp like they're trying to put a four-wheeler on the back of
It's like a box truck, but a big, long tailgate on it.
Right. So here they go. There's a little music on the back. So now they're trying to drop it down. So he's trying to drop it down slowly.
Yep, he's got the levers.
Oh. Did you see that?
Oh,
Dan, tell me what happened.
Oh, well, when he pressed the tailgate down, the tailgate dropped immediately. I don't think that was operator error. I think there was something malfunctioning in that tailgate.
Look at the front of the front of the Ferrari. You think that's probably sitting up on the...
Oh, yeah, that's definitely... I don't know how damaged it could be. It could survive that. But I'm looking at it, and I'm just saying it looks like either the tailgate wasn't meant for that. Well, they had to load it that way.
Maybe they loaded on off a loading dock, and now they're trying to get this thing to street level, and the ramps actually took a dump, fell, and it looks like the front of the Ferrari it bumped its nose on the back of the truck.
I thought someone was going to drive off the back of the ramp, but that just looks like there was just too much weight for it.
Yeah. No, he's looking inside. He's like, oh, shit. Do we have insurance to take care of this? One more time. Here he goes. He's backing it up. I'll turn the music off. So he's backing it up. And is the guy inside? I guess. I'm assuming. So he drops down, grabs the hydraulics that are underneath the truck for the gate. Boom. Right on the ground. I think the front got messed up on that.
What's it say in the story? Oh, it didn't suffer major damage. And there's been spotting driving around here.
All right, so read that for me.
Yeah, according to the vehicle didn't suffer major damage and but seen driving around Sao Paulo. If for your car, though, make sure I'd get inspected, make sure there are no cracks in the fiber tub sooner than later and stuff. And I'm surprised the front bumper didn't take a scuffing at least.
So what do you think the price of the Strausdale is?
Last time I went to price one for my wife, it was $1.5 million. That's after taxes, you know.
Right. So
wow, 986 horsepower and a 0 to 60 time in 2.0 seconds.
Just in case you got to get down the road quickly.
Yes, we're doing.
We could never understand the capabilities of that. Now, this right here, speaking of understanding the capability of being fast, oh, God. You got to do this again? Hold on.
Is this going nowhere?
I don't know. It's one of those, I hate getting off certain websites because they want to.
No, that was last week.
I know. This is it right here. So, Dan, you're a big fan of we were talking about going too fast and what is it, a 0 to 60 in 2 seconds? Yes. Jesus Christ, on a Ferrari. Now, you're a big fan of Aldi's. I tried to talk my wife into going. She's like, I'm not going to that fucking place. I'm sorry, I'm not going.
That's fine.
I'm like, all right, babe, I just want to experience.
What's great about this country is we all can make our choices.
I just wanted to experience a thing. Maybe I looked at it the wrong way. Maybe we looked at it the wrong way. She's like, there's nothing there for me. I don't want to eat that shit. I said, fine, babe. We'll just go to Walmart and eat. We know what they have down the aisles. We know exactly what they have.
When I make you a chicken pot pie that's all stuff from Aldi's, you'll change your tune.
Okay. Now, this woman right here, we talked last week about the anxiety that people have with Aldi's and not knowing what to do, and you need almost like a sponsor to help you go through the store and help you learn how to maneuver through the aisles. This woman right here has spoken out on a trip that she had to Aldi's, and she completely had total anxiety. Right here, Dan.
Okay. Ferocious speed of Aldi checkout leaves shopper shaking and crying. And it said a woman has spoken how she was reduced to tears during a trip to Aldi's. And this woman, Nicola Fola from Testside, said she was doing a weekly shop with her 3 children when she was left reeling by the cashier's ferocious scanning. I mean, I don't know. It's. She said the disgracefully rude member of the chain store refused to slow down at the checkout, leaving huge towers of groceries to pile up as the mom frantically reached for bags. But when you go there, they have an empty shopping cart. They put it all in the shopping cart, and then you push the shopping cart away and you put your stuff in bags afterwards. You don't bag it as it's being put in the shopping cart.
I guess what she's saying is she was getting so like overwhelmed. The person was like almost like trying to see how fast the cashier could go. You know, ding, 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 ding. And, you know, they slide it down. Do you put it in the cart or does the cashier
The cashier puts everything in the cart. You bring up your cart and put stuff on the conveyor belt. The cashier takes the things, slides them through the scanner, and puts them in the cart. Then you take your cart, and there's a big table you can go over. You drive your cart
like a baby
out
changing table.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, and you drive your cart over there, and then you put it in the bags yourself.
So I guess what she was trying to do, she was trying to bag and trying to keep in rhythm with the person that was scanning the thing. And maybe it was a fight in between the two, like a mental fight. I'm going to see how fast I can scan.
But that's not how all these work. That's a woman.
I know. Maybe she had a problem and she had her 3 kids at the same time. So maybe she was like a little discombobulated as far as trying to load up the cart and get the stuff in the bag. And, you know, the little kids are running around shooting Nerf guns at each other.
The customer is always right, except this time.
Except this time. Now, this customer right here, Dan, have you ever eaten at Chipotle?
No, I have not.
The only time I've ever eaten at Chipotle is, one, I don't eat there on a regular basis because there's none around me. 2, we were at the airport and all they had was, my wife and I, we were at the airport and we haven't had lunch. We were making a connecting flight. So there was like a Burger King and I was tired of eating Burger King. I was tired of eating all the other crap. And we only had like maybe 45 minutes.
What airport was this?
I'm not sure. We were in New York or something like that.
They didn't have a subway?
They didn't have a subway. Not at the terminal we were at.
They weren't at an airport then.
But the one thing that I just said, big, just get me something. She's like, oh, they got a Chipotle, one of the things in Chipotle. I said, I've never had one. She's like, I'll surprise you. I'll get you something and you'll have it and you'll love it. So sure enough, got it, loved it. So but I don't, again, it's like all these. I don't know how to go into Chipotle and ask to order everything. This guy right here, if you remember hearing about a major brawl that got away out of hand at a pizzeria in New York not too long ago, we just talked about here on the show. This is the latest that Chipotle might not surprise you as well. Apparently, an employee was at quick service at the fast food restaurant have had enough, and they're quite literally fighting back, according to this article that we're reading right now. One customer at Chipotle in Baltimore, Maryland, had a pair of scissors thrown at them by an employee. It all started with a 56-year-old man, Anthony Evans, asked about his meal a few times. Apparently, he had ordered with the app, and the entree was placed on a 20 to 30 minute late. Evans can be heard saying in the video he recorded, "You messed up my order, and then I come to and complain about, and you're ignorant at clapping and stuff." So for more on this story, the manager was ultimately fired on this video, but here's the actual video, and tell me if she deserved to be fired.
Yes.
Let's see away?
Let's see the video first.
All right, hold on. Let me find the video. Everything's running behind.
Do I look bored?
So upgrade your oral care with the world's first flossing toothbrush. Go online or ask your dental professional about Waterpik Sonic Fusion.
So here's the video. Not with this guy. Hold on. The fuck is this shit? Bear with me, Dan.
You know, at my advanced age.
Where did I click the video?
I go out of my way when we're at restaurants to be extra nice to people. I know what they're going through now. So.
Here's the video that he recorded.
That's just ignorant. That's just showing how ignorant you are. You came here, you messed up my order, and then I come and I complain, and you just get ignorant.
So the manager is saying, let me pull my phone out too. Let me videotape you at the same time. So here we go.
And start clapping your hands. I was waiting here 20 minutes, and you should have came out here and said something when I was here 20 minutes ago waiting for my order. All right, it's going right on Facebook, on Chipotle. Now he's running into people. This is crazy. This is crazy. Because
there's nobody
my order
there.
was supposed to be ready at 11:40, and I'm just picking it up right now. And, yeah, keep going. Keep going. I'm going to sit here and eat my fucking food and let you fuss and cuss. This going right on Facebook. Is she the manager? Is she the manager? Bruh. Is she the manager? Is she the manager?
Oh!
Now I'm calling the police. That's exactly who the fuck I'm calling now.
You see that?
Yeah. I mean,
she whipped him out like a ninja star.
I mean, I know there's no running with scissors. I think throwing scissors is fine.
And if you, I'll play that one more time. Ooh.
Now I'm calling the police. That's exactly who the fuck I'm calling now. Now I'm calling the police. Thank you.
Everyone else behind the counter is like, oh man.
Right now. No, I got you.
Yeah, the employee came over and goes, man, I got you, man. She's crazy. Then the employee comes over to the guy. He's like, I'm on your side.
She assaulted me, and y'all saw it. No, bro, you did by accident. It wasn't on you, all right? You professional. You being professional. But
I'm on probation, man.
Nice. So we're going to go get the police, and they're going to watch this video, and she's going to get her ass locked up.
There you go. So I don't know what happened after that. Let's see. 2000 someone. Oh, he a snitch. Someone put in the comments. But I'd say the same thing, man. You know, he's trying to protect his job, and the manager went just like sideways crazy on him.
Yeah, and it's not a random case. It's every day there's something like this.
Every day there's something like that. Now, Dan, we've been talking about chicken shortages. We've been talking about employee shortages. We've been talking about everything. Everything's shorthanded.
Chip shortages. Everything.
Everything is being shorted. Now, this one restaurant right here, please don't tell me to take a newsletter. This restaurant right here is now trying to save itself. You know, when you order something from a restaurant, you're like going, can I have extra pickles on that? Or, unfortunately, we're out of extra pickles or out of pickles. You're like, all right, well, I can do without the sandwich, without the pickles on it. But when the actual meat, the protein itself is out of, you try to...
extra pickles.
No, not extra pickles. But, I mean, you're trying to get... trying to save your business. You're trying to keep the customer happy.
Find a substitute.
You try to find a substitute. Damn it, I did again. See? A delicious solution to the chicken wing shortage right now is what they're calling pork wings. A chicken supply chain continues to struggle. As they do, they can have either white meat or dark meat all day long, but they can't. Have you heard of the chicken wing shortage? Of course, we just told you about it. Just kidding. We know about the chicken shortage reported all the way through 2021. Now, you have Super Bowl Sunday. Everyone wants chicken wings, all that hot food right there in front of your face. Right now, take that for me.
Yeah, but for those who aren't dedicated chicken chompers, here's some background on the shortage. Chicken wings are cheap. They can be made in small restaurant kitchens or ghost kitchens. They're easy to pull off with minimal effort. Just drown subpar wings in hot sauce. Retain the heat well through delivery transit, and they're simply delicious. I mean, chicken wings is a great food for everybody.
Now, a different restaurant has been dealing with shortages in different ways. Wingstop, for example, has launched Thigh Stops. Remember we were talking about they were doing like old chicken thighs instead of like chicken wings?
I like chicken thighs.
and virtual thigh-only restaurant concepts for those who appreciate the most delicious part of the bird, for some people out there. Hurricane Grill and Wings, a Florida-based restaurant, is solving this chicken wing shortage by doing this. They're creating pork wings.
Pigs can fly now.
Now, pigs can... Damn it. Now, how do you think they're getting what they call pork wings? I mean, you have to have a bone in there.
Yeah.
You have to have some kind of meat around that bone. Now, if you're taking a thigh, Dan, you love the...
I love chicken thighs.
You
but
like
there's not
chicken
a lot
thighs.
of bone in it.
So, is there a pork...
Well, they can make pork wings if they make it from the pig shank, which is bone-in pieces of fried pork, and they put sweet chili sauce and barbecue sauce on the side.
So where's the pork shank at? I mean, how long is that bone? I guess it would be the size of a wing?
Yeah, pretty similar to the size. You don't get the option of a drum or a flat, but pork wings are delicious. I'm told.
You're told? So 90% of the reason why people order wings is out of the restaurant. They understand what's going on. So they understand that there's a wing shortage, but they just want to pick up a bone and eat meat off of a bone.
Yeah, I don't like boneless wings. I don't like boneless ribs. Kathy and I will get a rack of ribs at Harris Teeter.
Whether or not you like this pork wing trend, it's going to catch on to other restaurants. It's still main to be seen. The essence of pork wings comes out of the down... Semantics, I suppose. It's just as much as having the boneless wings, which Dan says he doesn't like.
Yeah, and they're not wings. Boneless wings are not wings.
By calling these pork niblets wings in the restaurants, trying to convince them that we haven't lost anything, the chicken wing shortage drags on, and so on and so forth. So if you go out there and they say, chicken wings, don't. I mean,
I'll have to find some.
Have to find some, and I don't know. There's a different texture too. I mean, a chicken wing is long and strenuous, as to a pork niblet or whatever is more of a steak or meaty. The fibers are smaller.
Yeah, and the reason I like chicken wings is probably because it's most exercised. It's an exercised part of the bird, and that's why it's more muscular than the fatty parts of it.
All right. You threw me all off track with that one joke. Don't do that.
That wasn't a joke.
I know it wasn't. There was a joke first I was trying to think about. All right, when we come back, we got a couple more things to talk about, and then we'll let you guys get back to what you got to do. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back. Because I hit that.
Why did you hit it?
I didn't. I hit this right here, and that came up.
Okay.
All right, let's wrap up this shitbag.
We got candy corn? No, I think it's a good
I
show.
know, Dan. I'm kidding, Dan.
We got some good stuff today.
I'm kidding. I'm just mad at myself because you see, as soon as I say it, you hear me catch it. But you see what I'm saying?
Well, it's like when if a lawyer asks you ask someone a question, a smart person says that question again, because that in their mind they're contemplating on how the correct way to answer that question.
And I know that's what it is. It's a stall tactic, and I don't like that because it's a fast-paced show. Excuse me.
Do I need like a stun gun or something like that?
No, I just got to pay attention more because I get caught in the moment, and then let's see. Candy corn, Dr. Chocolate, new Girl Scout cookies. Welcome back to Deacon Live. We appreciate all your comments and stuff. We're watching them roll in from the live stream. Dan's over there reading them and having a good time with them.
Oh, yeah, there's some interesting comments. I like the feedback. It's nice.
Now, this last segment of the show is sponsored by your brother-in-law?
And my brother-in-law, Eric.
Yeah?
He's in Marlboro, Mass. He's remodeling a kitchen right now. I asked him to send pictures, and he didn't do it.
So the last segment is not sponsored by your brother-in-law because he didn't send the pictures.
No, but Eric, please send the pictures.
We'll include you in the show. And you too also can be included on the show. You can send us any pictures, any articles that you think you'd like to hear us talk about. And the way you do that is go to email me at deacon@prophetradio.com. And you can find us on the Prophet Radio website as well, all our contact information over on the shared on section as well. Now, Dan, You like to play video games.
Yes.
And you are married.
Yes, I
am. Have you had your wife ever complain about you playing video games?
She didn't until the last year.
Because of the coronavirus and being locked in.
Yeah, and that's when she said, you ought to start playing some more video games. And she created a monster.
You should or should not play the video games?
Oh, I should, yeah. I mean, you know what it does? It's like this show. It gets me to escape from all the craziness going on in the world.
Well, good. I'm glad to hear that. Now, this couple right here, a wedding cake shows a groom playing a video game. Branded embarrassment on this wedding cake. A wedding cake is supposed to be one of the most memorable and married moments for a married couple's life. Now, this video cake, you know how sometimes they have the bride and the groom on top? Yeah. This wedding cake right here has, let's see if I can find an actual picture of it. This picture right here has the groom sitting in a chair playing a video game with the wife standing behind him tapping her foot. So here's a video.
I love it. That's great.
Hold on, let me switch this around so everyone can see. Play again. Here we go. So that's the what do they call on top? And he's playing the Call of Duty Warzone, which is what I play.
Yeah, they have a few characters. They have a character, the groom, sitting in a chair with a little monitor, and he's got the headphones on.
He's got a little
the
microphone in front of his
and
face.
And she's standing behind him. And I love that. That's good. That's a funny thing.
But, I mean, if you think about it, let's say 3 years, you always get the 7-year itch where, the couples, if you can pass the 7-year itch, you're good to go for the rest of your life, right?
My wife will complain to me about me spending time being on the videos, but then I hear her talking on the phone to a friend. She goes, I know where he is. He's not out in a bar getting drunk. He's
hitting on chicks.
Yeah, he's just over in Paris going around fighting people. So.
Killing people with his sword. Now, Dr. Pepper itself, are you a big fan of Dr. Pepper?
I was until I found out he's not a real doctor.
Well, what about Mr.
The stuff is gross. It is gross.
Do you really? What about Cheerwine? And that Cheerwine's a big fan here in the Carolinas.
I don't like the Cheerwine, and I don't like the Sundrop. They're just too sweet for me.
I will admit that out of all the diet drinks, if you had a regular Dr. Pepper and a diet Dr. Pepper, I guarantee you couldn't tell the two apart.
Okay, that's because they mix up the cans.
No, they didn't mix up the cans, but they are more true. I mean, why don't they just make all the Dr. Pepper diet Dr. Pepper? Because everyone tastes the same.
It's all one formula. They just give it in each can, and potluck, you see which one you get. What are you going to do, go on the scale afterwards and check your calories?
Exactly, or someone will actually test the thing. Dr. Pepper right now is coming out with a new flavor for this football season, and it's called Fantastic Chocolate. Dr. Pepper has a new chocolatey flavor coming out this summer. Fans have been begging for this prescription, quote unquote, for the doctor. You know what I mean? The only way to get your hands on this limited item is to scan a proof of purchase QR code on any Dr. Pepper items. You must create a Dr. Pepper Perks account. Of course, they're trying to capture your email address. They're trying to do all that stuff. And then you get a bunch of points and receive the new flavor until supplies last, or while supplies last, I guess you should say. Right here.
Yeah, also through this promo, one lucky winner will get a chance to win a trip to the College Football National Championship, along with redeemable Dr. Pepper merchandise. How come we don't give up Dr. Pepper stuff on our show?
No, we give out a lot of free swag. We got stickers, we got bumper stickers, we have magnets, refrigerator magnets, car magnets, all that stuff, and you can get those here on our stuff. So.
Oh, that's good, because I cannot trying to fit a can into one of those envelopes would be murder. I'd quit. Now,
Halloween's coming around. Dan, what's your least favorite candy at Halloween?
Candy corn.
You hate candy corn?
Yeah, that stuff. It was actually Chicken Feed was the name when it was first named in the 1880s.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but the last time it was manufactured was in 1922. They made all the candy corn that everyone's been eating every year since then. They made one batch, and they just haven't been able to sell it. Now, actually, they sell 7 billion pieces a year they make.
I like candy corn. I've always liked it. I don't know if it's a remnants of my childhood where I wasn't allowed to have like Snickers bars or candy bars or anything like that, but I was allowed to have candy corn. And candy corn, for the most part, they've got, what is it, white, orange, and then yellow? Or is it...
Yeah, it's frozen corn syrup.
Yeah, it's corn syrup, and that's what we were talking about last week. If you eat too much, you get heart palpitations, and body ends up shivering. Now, this year... This company right here, and it took them this long to figure this out. This company right here has figured out to take candy corn to a new level. The new Nerds candy corn will change the way we trick or treat this year altogether. Each piece has a candy shell, dual flavored marshmallow cream center. Now that's not a candy corn. See, that's the thing. Candy corn, it should have been a whole Nerds all at once in a candy corn shape.
Well, I mean, Oreos aren't Oreos anymore.
Right.
We've learned that.
Take that for me.
Yeah, can we just skip Scummer and head right for the fall? We only ask because Ferrari Candy Company is apparently releasing Nerds candy corn this Halloween. It looks like any other candy the brand has delivered before, so we know what we're keeping in stock this October. So,
yeah, candy corn and Nerds is kind of like one of those versatile candies. You can put them on a gel rope and stick Nerds to it, and people eat the Nerds rope. But Nerds themselves, they could have done this a little bit better. I guess they're making a hard candy shell with the Nerds coating on the outside, and then this, I guess the Nerds gel that's inside. So
yeah, I don't know. I used to drive a truck to Cambridge, Massachusetts, and they had the Necco wafers. If you ever had them, New England Confectionery Company.
No.
And when you would drive your truck, and were you within 2 blocks of the company, it smelled like you just went to a fair, and you were, smelling that cotton candy. You could get that smell was that sweet. You could smell it for blocks.
Yeah, but Necco wafers, they had a pepper taste to them. Like when you put them in your mouth, they were a hot pepper, almost like a
I don't think they were that spicy.
Like atomic mouth ball or atomic fireball or whatever they call them.
Well, that's probably one. They've been in the warehouse in Orlando too long. That's all.
Now, the Girl Scouts, are you familiar with Girl Scout cookies? Are you a fan of the Girl Scout cookies?
I like the cookies. I just don't like that you have to buy them from someone that you work with or you feel guilty.
Despite perfecting the coconut cream or the coconut and caramel combo of Samoa's and the chocolate-covered breath mints of Thin Mints, or chocolate-covered breath mint Thin Mints. Sorry, I got a fly flying around here. It took several decades, or someone basically got off their ass and said, hey, we should make something new. Cookies, or Girl Scout cookies, are now coming out with a new fudgy brown cookie this year. Now, I'm sure that's going to increase sales. I'm sure that's going to increase revenue for the whole entire Girl Scouts that want to be Boy Scouts. And there's a whole story in the background there. Read that for me, Dan.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's ironic considering an entire rank of young scouts are known as brownies. But now the chocolatey dessert is about to get incorporated into the iconic Girl Scout cookie portfolio. The Scouting organization just announced, just to me and you, they announced that the chocolate cookies filled with a hefty dollop of caramel-flavored cream and a hint of sea salt and topped with a chocolatey drizzle will debut in January 22. So they start selling these new desserts.
So Girl Scouts are coming out with these new things, hopefully to increase their sales. So check a look or keep an eye out for the new. What did they actually call them? Is there a name for them?
I think
right here.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. No. Third Girl Scout cookie since 2021. The 2021 cookie season saw a debut of the Toast Yay, a French toast flavored offering shaped mixture. I'm going to go better. It doesn't say what the new chocolate flavor is.
I would probably call it a brownie.
Just call it a fudgy brownie.
Yeah, I mean, you remember the Girl Scouts did run into issues when they were selling the cookies right outside the marijuana dispensaries, which I think is brilliant in marketing, but they just didn't think that was good subjecting the kids to those environments.
I can't stand Girl Scout cookies because I think of them along sense of Necco wafers. You like Necco wafers, but there's something not right about them. There's something different about a Necco wafer.
Oh, I didn't say I like. I just said I drove a truck by the place.
But Necco wafers are disgusting, and I think, in my opinion, Girl Scout cookies are like one step above, like the most generic.
You're a chauvinist pig.
Animal. Was it circus cookies? What's the circus cookies with the pink swath on them? They look like ginger snaps, and they got like the pink swath of cream on top.
Oh, I don't know that.
All right.
I mean, I like fudge stripes, and I like the animal crackers.
And we're still talking about cookies, right?
Yes.
All right, just checking. Now, this gentleman right here has taken the internet by storm. Now, again, back to TikTok. You're familiar with what they call the obvious man. The latest TikTok star to reach 1 million followers is not a musician. He's not an actor or an athlete. He's 21 years old, former factory worker, living in Italy under a what's that word?
Senegalese.
Senegalese passport.
Yeah. KB Lane has crafted a comedic brand that has resonated around the world by putting so-called life hacks or complicated maneuvers to the lens of intuitive, everyday options. You know,
All right. So I'm going to play some of these videos for you so you can get an idea of what his comedic timing is, because it's rare. So here's a video of a guy, a chef, opening up a banana with a knife.
Oh, he's making a square banana.
Yep. Look, and then he goes. He just peels a banana normal, but he's got this smirk, this smile, this half smile like, look, it's that easy.
Yeah, so he's kind of saying, hey, you don't have to do this fancy work. This works just as well. You open up the banana and eat it.
Right,
Yeah.
and that video alone has reached 37.8 million views. Here's another video that he has where he talks about there's a new thing for, let's see right here, putting so-called life hacks and complicated maneuvers through the lens of an intuitive, everyday options. In the response to an ad of a car rearview mirror that spots pedestrians, his video has seen him opening up a car door and looking through.
I gotta see this.
Here we go. So it shows a car like coming up and stopping right before this car door opens. So they put a mirror there so you can see before you open the car door. So that's the new invention. He goes, guess what? Before you open the car door, roll the window down, look, and then open the door.
Yeah.
And then go out.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah, good for him. I think that's funny. Yeah.
Now, the thing is with him, he is the first one. There's more to the story than just his little videos and stuff. He is... Where's that? What I saw? Oh, it's blocking it for me. God damn it.
Gosh darn it. That's the same site. That was on you just on.
Is it? Fuck me. No, because there's more about the video that it's more than just his. Right here.
Cobby Lame. Yeah, you don't have to see any words when you watch them.
And we're not airing this, so I'm trying to find out, because TikTok's reaching out to like Africa and getting investors and stuff. Fuck. All right, anyways, you ready?
Where are we going?
So anyways, there's more to the story. He used to be a factory worker, and now because of COVID and everything, he got laid off, and he's just been doing these videos. And these videos, in his spare time at his friend's house and stuff, he's got over 100 million followers. Every video that he does gets at least, 30 plus million views and all that. But what's happening is, because he's not Nigerian, he's from Saginaw. And they're reaching out to TikTok itself is reaching out to expand in the African area. And what they're trying to do is they're giving essentially $50,000 to creators that are in Africa to expand the TikTok name to help promote TikTok and get more people like, what's his name? KB
Lame.
KB Lame more involved. People like this, because it might help people in Africa to get out and get more funds, I guess, to help their tribes or their communities or whatever they have in Africa.
That's a good thing. I like it. And that was funny. He does crack me up.
He is good. He's great, man. If you've ever seen his videos, that's Caleb Lame, KHABYLAME. His comedic brand is anyone can be funny.
Yeah,
but
he's got good timing.
Everyone can be funny all the time, so he's got great timing. Incorrect. Now, speaking of great timing, that's going to bring us to the end of the show. We appreciate each and every one of you for listening to us, downloading us, and doing all the stuff that links us to you. On behalf of IT Dan over there,
how are you doing?
Let's try it.
Good.
You got to come up with something better at the end, Dan, outside of goodnight. So
that's all, folks.
Something original.
Oh. Something. No.
How about thanks for listening, everyone? Ready? On our far right-hand side, that's IT Dan.
Hey, thanks for listening, everyone, and have a great day.
My name is the Deacon, saying goodnight, and goodnight.
Wait, come back! This is the end.
Well, that's I like the thanks for listening and have a great day. How about that? That fits your perfect character perfectly. All right, say goodnight to the cameras. Bye.